Decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Buffalo Bills. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80.
Let's go, D.
Hey, Alabama.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Brady gives to Michel. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Rip right, rip right.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Shotgun now for Brady. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Colt 66.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Paul bringing it in. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Brady to Michelle on the screen. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Wait, that wide, 80.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Go Bandit.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michelle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 37-yard line.
Around 80.
52 right here. Here we go. Here we go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Where? 52. 52's the mark. Hey, watch the slant. Watch 52. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, 66.
Off the bootleg. Brady. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
72. To throw again. Brady. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Right there. 19. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From just shy of midfield, Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Down 80. Mike 54. Stop your whining.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more have to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A big-time run there by Sony Michel, and even 80 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
To throw, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, 180! 152. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is Simpson with a catch. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. It's Simpson, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Allen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Bills 7.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. Dorsett by himself. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So don't say nothing.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Got a man. It's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They run the counter. Simpson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. As the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Bills 14.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. Room here. Philip Dorsett by himself. 20. 10. Oh, he's hit. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simpson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you. You must go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, one set.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Michel. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Gostkowski's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I can't believe they let you play.
On first down, Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Allen. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 33.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll try the left side. Simpson. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Allen now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Watch the safety creep. Safe.
On 2nd down, it's Simpson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
72.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And that one results in 35 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and it's third down.
Check, watch it before.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, watch that. Check right, 54.
Hey, watch 7.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 83 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Tom Brady needing a fourth quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line.
That's good for our Patriots. First down. First and 10 at the 45.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Hey, check it. Hey, orbit.
49. Not here. March 49. March 49.
Wait,
from midfield. Here's Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
SOS. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, tight. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the 4th quarter. You've got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they look lost defensively, and they took that shot, got in the end zone, now in position here to take the lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Cover!
Back to throw, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
You don't want regular. You don't want right there. 54. Go.
And here's Allen throwing on 3rd and long. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The Bills send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Dorsett on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. On play action, it's Brady. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Mike, front four. Double dog. That's the way.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Check. Block 54. Oh, you got it?
Allen now on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dante Hightower picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bills, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.